I Do Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, wonderful middle of your week. I know I am, except for the fact that I am exhausted and sore. So as you guys know, on Monday, I told you that yesterday I was going to the water park. Well, I went to the water park, and I had a fantastic time. And now I'm exhausted and very sore. I thought I was smart, right? I thought I was really smart because I went to Schlitterbahn last year and got completely like lobster pan-seared. Like my arms were pan-seared and fried. I literally could not stand to have clothes like touch my, it sucked. Like putting a shirt on was awful because I was so incredibly burnt. My shoulders, even though I put sunscreen on like 50 times that day, it just didn't work. Sunscreen, water, never works out. So I was smart this year and bought like a rash guard, like one of those surf shirts. And I thought, awesome, I'm not gonna get burnt this year. Ha! Problem, my rash guard is 3/4 inch sleeved. So guess what got burnt? Even though I put 1,000 pounds of sunscreen on it, the lower half of my arm. So now I have these beautiful tan lines, right? Right. I took my rash guard off like the last hour I was at the park just so I could get some sun on my arms just a little bit. It wasn't enough because now I am like tan, 2nd degree burns all up on the rash guard. It's absolutely awful. Like it's terrible. Now my arms don't hurt because they have had plenty of sun, but I have really cute tan lines from like the wristband where I rode Varuk, the world's tallest water slide, and the wristband mark here from Schlitterbahn, the one that they make you wear at the park. But the tops of my legs though, from like here up, are pan-seared and they freaking hurt. It is absolutely the most uncomfortable thing. Like I have so much aloe on them right now, it's ridiculous because they are burnt. That does not see a lot of sun on a daily basis, and it was in the sun for about 8 hours yesterday, and oh my god. If it was not for like lidocaine, I could not be doing this right now. But Schlitterbahn was an awesome time. I had a fantastic time with my kids and my friends, and I can't wait to go back next year. But we're not here to talk about my burns or my lack of planning. I don't know what that is. We are here for What Should I Do Wednesday, where I answer all of your general paranormal related questions that you guys ask me all up on the Facebook page or that you message me. And today, we're kind of going to focus in on a few topics that I see a lot up on the page. People talk about this a lot, or it's kind of in the forefront a lot, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands exactly what these 3 things are and that they can have a better understanding of the paranormal world. So the first thing that we are going to talk about is orbs, color, meaning, size, etc. I've talked about this a little bit before, but we have several new members that I know don't know a lot about this stuff and is always wanting more information, and so that's what I'm going to do. Orbs, they are most of the time misconstrued as like dust or bugs or animals of some sort. The difference is dust on a camera, especially a night vision camera, looks like snow. It looks like it's almost going upwards instead of falling down. It just kind of floats in the air at a rapid pace, and there's a lot of it. Bugs, you can 90% of the time see their wings as they're fluttering by. Orbs are usually circles, little bitty or big balls of light that kind of free float. They can go very fast. They can kind of have their own little trajectory, but they are obviously not dust or bugs. They are very real. They come in very many sizes, shapes, kinds, colors. The bigger the ball of energy, which is all an orb is a ball of energy, the bigger the ball, the more energy it has. They come in different colors: red, blue, orange, yellow, green, white. Red obviously is the most scary. It can mean a warning or something a little more evil. White is obviously the most pure. On a night vision camera, they all look white. But they are very real, and they're very misunderstood, and they're very kind of pushed to the side because of the possibility of them being dust or a bug. But I have seen them. I've never experienced like having the effective one, which can happen if an orb can, go into the back of somebody's head. They can be affected by that. And that's just them feeling the energy of the orb. I've never experienced that, but I have seen them on pictures. I've seen them on video, and I know that they are very real. And I wanted to talk about them because a lot of people don't understand them. I'm going to try to put some links below in the video to different places where you can learn more about the colors of every orb on the planet. and their meaning and what's behind them, because if I covered every single one of them today, we'd be here for like 5 hours. So I wanted to talk about them because I noticed a lot of people, you know, that's the first thing that they happen to see on a picture, and they always want analyzed. Is this an orb or is this dust? So I wanted to talk about that because it's something that obviously comes across the page a lot. So the next thing I want to talk about is the difference between intelligent and residual hauntings. An intelligent haunting means that you have a spirit presence there that you can actually communicate with. You can put in place equipment and tools to communicate with them, ask them questions, and you get intelligent responses back. Or they make massive efforts to communicate with you. They move objects, they make their own noises, their own disembodied sounds. You can feel their presence, they make contact with you, you can ask them yes and no questions. There's an actual spirit presence there. A residual haunting means that it's basically a moment frozen in time when the elements are right in a specific location that a paranormal event takes place. So it has to have all of the elements in place for that moment to happen. It has to be a specific day, a time, an event, something that is specific to that location that causes that event to take place. So examples include if it's the Victorian home and there was a certain time that this music box was playing and it was very important in that time and in that home, then that music box may play when the elements are right for it to play, and then it may never do it again. It doesn't mean that a spirit turned it on. It means that that's just a residual moment in time. And a lot of people get those mixed up because if something happens out of the ordinary that's not expected, or something plays on its own, then you automatically think you have a spirit. And there's times where you can have residual and intelligent hauntings in the same location, but more than likely, if it's one thing that happens one time, it was just a residual moment, and it may not happen again. If you're constantly having activity and you're able to communicate with them, then more than likely you have an intelligent spirit. And if you don't, then you have a residual haunting. But a lot of people get those mixed up, so I kind of wanted to touch base on those really quick. Before I led into the last stage of my video, which is the one that's going to take me the longest because it is the most important and it is the best, which is the stages of possession. Now, for those of you who know nothing about possession, you're thinking there are stages of possession. Yes, there are stages of possession. There are 3: oppression, infestation, and possession. Oppression is the first stage of possession, and it basically means that you have been seeked out by the demon or by the spirit that wants to possess you. You have been made known to them. They are aware of your presence. They are aware of you. They are aware of maybe what they can and cannot do to you. And you begin to feel small effects from them. So you may be depressed, tired, anxious. They may start, they're going to try to start getting into your thoughts and your patterns of life. They're really going to start poking at you during this stage. They are going to mess with your mood and your interaction with others because they are trying to isolate you. Once they get you to where they feel they can isolate you, at least periodically, they're going to move you into the next stage of possession, which is infestation. Infestation means that they're really going to start affecting your mood, your behavior toward others. You're going to become even more isolated. They may start affecting your dream sequence, your dream pattern. You're going to start maybe having a lot more nightmares. They're going to really focus in on weakening you mentally, physically, and emotionally so that they can move into the final stage of possession, which is possession. This is where they completely take you over. They have now weakened you to the point where you are no longer able to fight them. They are able to infest your dreams. They are able to infest your emotions. They are able to get into your behavior, and they can take you over to where they completely possess you. They completely take over your body and use it as a vessel to harm you. Their point at possession is to kill you, take you over, take your soul, and destroy you. This is where a lot of times people get involved. They start, this is where you talk about exorcisms and doing all of that and getting all of that taken care of to try to get your body rid of this demon, because now they have completely broken you down into absolutely nothing and they have won, essentially. And now this is where you begin the biggest battle of your life, which is to fight for your life. it's a lot of things that people don't understand, because when they live in a haunted environment or a paranormal hotspot and they are feeling all of these effects, and they think that maybe they're just tired or they're just upset and they're just anxious and worked up over what's happening in their life, they don't ever think that maybe they are becoming the victim of something a lot more sinister. And so I wanted to talk about it because I never know on the page how many people are there every day trying to gather up the courage to talk about what they're going through in their own lives. And I always want to make myself open and known to everyone on the page, that they can communicate with me or any of the other admins, and we'll help you the best way we can. And if we can't help you, we will find somebody who can. We're not going to let something sit there and destroy your life. I mean, most of us have a gift of some sort. You know, there are empaths and mediums on our admin team that understand exactly what these things can do to you, and we don't want anybody to have to go through that. We've experienced it on some level. We've had close family and friends and loved ones and people we care about experience it. And the last thing we want is for someone who's come to our page looking for maybe help to be pushed to the wayside and not feel important and not feel cared for. So I always want to talk about that to make sure that everyone out there understands what's going on, so that if anything that I talk about is affecting any of you, that you know that there are a group of people who are willing, ready, and able to help you in any way we can. And so I always want to make it known that we're here and that we care about you, and that we do these things. I do these videos so that everybody is informed and everybody does know about different areas of the paranormal. And when I don't know something, I have people that I ask, and so that I know that I'm delivering you the right information. And I really enjoy doing it. And I thank you guys enough for letting me ramble every week, 4 days a week. So that's why I kind of wanted to break down into topics today, because I always want to give everyone information and give them the reassurance that there's an outlet that they can go to if they need someone to talk to. So that is all I have for What Should I Do Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for GA Flashback Friday, where I take you back to one of our past episodes of Ghost Adventures. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay cool. It is stupid hot outside. And if you go to a water park and you want to wear a rash guard, make sure it's either long sleeve or super short sleeve so you don't end up with tan lines like that. I will see you guys Friday. Much love and happiness.